At the time, the question went along the lines, what economic policies would the government reject and the lead into? And I think on that basis it was enough to get it across the line to address it as a responsibility of the current government. But I will be mindful of these sorts of supplementaries between now and 31 July. Question number 3, the Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This question is to the Prime Minister and asks, does he have confidence in all of his ministers? If so, why?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes, because they are competent and hard-working and they're working for a brighter future for New Zealanders.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
How can he have confidence in Judith Collins when she chose not to visit some of the many other Kiwi businesses in Shanghai, but just so happened to pop into her husband's company for a cup of tea?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I don't think it's quite correct to describe it as her husband's company, but her husband is a director of Aurovita. But my understanding is, on other occasions, she has popped in to promote other New Zealand companies.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Does he believe that Judith Collins should have reported her visit to Aurovita in her travel report to Cabinet? If not, why not?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I think as a general rule, a minister actually wouldn't record all of the visits they have on a particular trip, because that would include an excessive number, actually, of visits that people have. They're very busy. Generally, those travel reports cover the main thing, and the main purpose of the trip was in her capacity as Minister of Justice.
Order.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Has Judith Collins produced evidence to him that she informed Aurovita that they may not use any photos or publicise the event as an endorsement of their products, as stipulated in 2.89 of the Cabinet Manual?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, no, but I haven't asked her for that. I've accepted the member at her word.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
In the interests of transparency, how's Judith Collins' behaviour not a direct contravention of 2.87 of the Cabinet Manual? And I quote, no minister should endorse in any media any product or service, unquote. And why, unlike Richard Worth, in his case, why is this not a sackable offence?
Right Honourable
Well,
Prime
Mr.
Minister.
Speaker, it's actually quite clear. The Cabinet Office advice is the same as it was actually under the previous government, and that is that it's yes, it's identical to the previous government. It's quite possible, in fact, it's quite within the rules for a minister to be involved in the promotion of a company, but not the endorsement of a company. For an endorsement to take place, a minister would actually have to say the words themselves, produce those words, put out a statement or a speech, and they'd actually have to probably do that in isolation of one company over another. None of that actually occurred.
Next question.
Supplementary question, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Is it a fact that this issue is only explained in the different treatment of a former and now present minister because he is gravely concerned that in his caucus, if he is unable to do negotiations with other parties, Judith Collins and other MPs in his caucus are very prepared to do them instead?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
The Speaker, no.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
With reference to the Prime Minister's answer to the supplementary question before last, when he said that an endorsement would require the Minister to say the words, is he aware of the statement on the Aurovita website where the Minister said that, depending on the translation, she was either full of praise or endorsing the products of Aurovita?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, well, I'm certainly aware of reports that was on the Chinese version and taken down. But what is quite clear from the Cabinet Office, well, as the Cabinet Office would tell the member, it's true, and it's been true for successive governments, that in fact, actually, just because a company says something, just because a company makes a comment, just because they write it down, it doesn't count as an endorsement. It counts as a promotion.
Order. Order. Question number 4. Sorry.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Sorry, is the member calling for a supplementary?
I'm calling for a point of order.
A point of order, the Right Honourable Winston.
Speaker, I seek the leave of the House to table a record of the New Zealand companies that have an office in Shanghai, all of whom did not get a visit from Judith Collins.
Order. What is the source of the document?
Impeccable source, sir, the Parliamentary Library.
Oh, well, if it's... Well, then it's available to all members if they want to source it.
Oh, it's point of order. Point of order.
The member will resume his seat.
Point of order.
Point of order. Right Honourable Winston.
Mr. Speaker, I requested this information. It's not available to all other members, and it was sent specifically to me. That's why I wish to table.
Order. It seems to me that any other members wanted it, but on this occasion I'm quite happy to put the leave. Leave is sought to table this particular document prepared for the Right Honourable Winston Peters by Parliamentary Library. Is there any objection to that being tabled? There is none. Question number 4, Dr. Russell Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question...
Order.